Right. So off screen. So off screen, I've finished off the slurry spreading, so that's done. Kind of did that this morning, so yeah, got up this morning, -1. Basically hovered at that temperature all day, so I've just not had the motivation to work today, so luckily I don't need to, so try again tomorrow. Right. I know what I'm looking for. Just can't remember where the settings are. So that now should be off because that's switched to off. Okay. Oh, that was turned off. My bad. I'm not sure. Still nothing. Down to £10,000, so we might be in trouble through the next game day of harvesting. The only thing I'm thinking of at the moment. Hopefully we won't use that much herbicide. It's only one field I'm worried about at the minute. So hard to see where the actual tram line is. I know I've left this too late in the year. I kind of know that. Try and follow the tram lines, that would help, but yeah, you can't see them. I think the tram line is slightly left of our position. Some of these tram lines are done exactly as what you expected. I'll sort the music out in a minute. I feel like there's a tram line here somewhere that I'm missing. So yeah, we'll just... Alright. Right, that's nearly that, and then the rest of it's fine. It's just the bottom of 68. I love it when a plan comes together. I really do love it when a plan comes together. And this is why I want to do bottom tram. I want to try and do something different with the tram lines next year. Not doing too bad, it's going well. So everything's at least going well. Yield should be doing well. So the canola I want to put in the yard at the top. I might mess up because I've clicked the wrong button on that one. At least we're getting there. Got a little bit on that edge to do. Didn't use too much. And anything we've done should be dead straightforward. We will need to get a stone picker this year as well. And pick some of the stones out. But it shouldn't be as a drastic time on here as last year. One field to go. the end of the stream, I might do a surprise and go run onto Arc for the last half hour, because I've just got some behind the scenes stuff that I wanna get running. Come on, thank you. So I might end up doing that. I need to put a screenshot on mod on at some point. Now I know I'm missing bits on this side edge anyway. I knew that was the case. Right, now just one more field to do, and that's the maize field. Yeah, we've gone the wrong way, but it's fine. We can just go the long way round. Take the scenic drive. Always catches me out right there. No, wrong one. It's 40 I need. I'm not bad. Not bad, mate. Couldn't work today because of the temperature. So, got up this morning, -1. So, between sort of 7:15. Yeah, no, it's fine, mate. And then, yeah. When I turned up at my job at 1:15, left mine, it was 1 degree, got to theirs and it was 0. I was like, I can't do this. So yeah, it was like, so this morning I managed to get all the slurry on here done. And then my YouTube series that I'm just in the middle of trying to edit for Ark Survival Ascended, I managed to get another half an hour recorded of that this morning as well, so. And then I'm in the middle of editing the first episode. So I'm hoping by tonight I might actually have all 4 episodes up on YouTube, pending, ready to go. So, yeah, even though I couldn't work, it's not been a... And then, yeah, then tomorrow is meant to be freezing overnight and then rain tomorrow and more, 5-6 degrees tomorrow, I think. So I'll just try and go again tomorrow. It's kind of the advantage of my job, I kind of can just do what needs doing as and when. So we're pretty much on here now. I think we are into July and taking harvest contracts now, I think. Yeah, I've got stuff done. Having that tanker was very, very handy. So yeah, managed to basically whiz out all the whole grass fields. How's your day been? What have you been up to? That does sound nice. It does sound nice. Nice. That does sound nice. Was it a Toby Carvery by any chance? No, I could wonder us in Hull. The thing is, there's a carvery and then there's a carvery. Like near me, I've got a Toby Carvery, and then I've also got like this little pub. And yeah, you can tell the quality difference. But yeah, you can't beat a carvery. The other question is it an all-you-can-eat carvery as well? You can't beat an all-you-can-eat carvery. We've also... Here's the question while we're on topic of food. An opinion on an Indian and a Chinese. while we're going on that road of food. Chinese all the way. I gotta admit, just depending what I'm doing, a lot of the time. So, when I was living down the fishing lakes because of stuff going on, Saturday night would be on a roll. So every Saturday night I would do what I call a 2-day takeaway. So I'd get a takeaway that would do me for 2 days. So if it's chips left over for the next day, spring a bit of water on them, chuck them in the oil, have something, boom, done. Chinese would be, for me, spring rolls, barbecue sauce, and they're like special all day fried rice thing. Because it means then you can have the spring rolls and barbecue sauce on day 1. Day 2, the barbecue sauce cold with the all you can eat rice goes together. And then you can't beat a cheeseburger and fries from a kebab shop or a full kebab. Sounds like if I ever end up in Hull, I know where to come for you to show me some decent food. This is down to 27% damage and I can't afford to repair it. I'm based in Kent. But yeah, if I ever get lost in Hull, I'll send you a message. Or should I say, if I ever venture up north and get lost and then stumble across the harbour Humber side of Hull. Right, that can go down for a minute. Might need some front weights on there in a minute. Yeah, no, exactly. I'd have left one interesting city for another. Right. Here goes nothing. Let's see if we can run out of money through harvest season. Now the rule is we can't start usually till between 9 and 10. That's an interesting moon. Right, we are down to 6,700. And we normally can't start till there you go. Right. Wheat, oats, wheat, canola, oats, wheat, oats, boom, boom, boom. We'll take them two on as well. Interesting is one word to describe Hull. Really? Right. Is any of our own fields ready to harvest as well? 37. Our top lot of canola. 29, 14, 15, 16, 19, 18. $39, 8, 7. Right, 37 I'm going to just do something with quickly. That's interesting. That's a learning curve, so you can't adjust. So we're gonna get, yeah, instead of getting 17 tons a hectare, we're down to 85%. Okay. Right. I also wanted. So normally with EDC, you normally. Okay, and by rolling, we've gained a month on the grass. So what I'm thinking of doing is, for a bit of realism, I'm not worried about cultivating them two at the moment if I need the cash flow. Because the problem is I haven't got the money to repair my tractor. So what I'm thinking of doing for a minute is we'll start harvest at 10 o'clock. But before that we'll go to 8 o'clock and we'll start cutting grass at 8. It's the problem not having a moisture gauge on the game, you don't know what's going on. Right. Might need some fuel in here though. Yeah, it just, there's, the moisture thing's the only thing I miss. Now that's interesting. That is slightly taller than that. So that's had an extra month. So we're still getting, so we're still getting 100, so we're slightly down, I think. I don't think the yield will change from 108. I think the reason it's that down is due to the fact to be honest with you, the amount of grass we get off it, I don't think it matters. But you can tell the bit that we've not. But again, the other thing is, give me a second. I'm just going to work something out. Okay, let me have a look. So that's reading 111% on Lime. Let's go and have a look at this. Yeah. So that's reading 121%. Okay on pH and perfect on nitrogen. Was that's reading bad, so is it having that much? Yeah, that's going to 110. That's dropping 107, so I think it is. It's amazing how it just looks like different, so I think it'd be worth cutting it. Just gives us something to do. Unless we wait till August. Wait till August and just see what it looks like in August. I've made the call. I've made the call. It might not do anything. It'll be interesting to see if we do get... Right, if we're doing that... I normally like walking places normally instead of doing stuff right. I was gonna say this, it got in here. It's a very tight fit. Yeah, you were very fast on that one. So two of these fields were planted slightly later than the others. So we're about a month behind. Right. Because we will be joining these three fields back to one. So we'll be taking this pathway out and joining them up. So we get one massive field for next year. I was going to replace the header trailer for this season. So this header trailer is useless. We can't afford to. So I'm just going to keep the crap header trailer on. Yeah, I always tow with the Landy. Just makes more sense. Might be worth cutting them trees down. What? What, the ones where the combine is at the moment? No, I wanted some, I want some, they're not exactly in the way. So it kind of sort of works. The hardest thing about having all of these fields to do is I've got to remember which field's got what crop in, so we can cut and move at the same time. I've done, this will be my third harvest in this field now, which is insane. This is where we first started the series out, was in this field. But it'd be so nice to have GPS. That'll speed things up by a ton. Now what you're about to see is my level crossing. Yeah, that was what the, hang on. That's what the map maker left in. Yeah, so this has always been, I can't, so I'm just trying to get through the trees. So this has always been a forest on this part of the map. When I first saw it, I was like, that just might, when I first saw it, I laughed. This is the other reason why I don't want to go higher, any bigger on the header, because it just about fits down here without having to take the unit off. But that's why I went round, because it just saved me having a. Great, we got rain on the way. What time's the rain due? Between 2 and 3 PM. Right, we'll just see what we can get done. No, I'm down to 3. Just to make sure I get everything, everything done. We've got 3 days to get everything we need to. So I'm on 3 times, but I float anywhere between 0.5 and 5 times, just depending on what need we have. No, it should be fine as I've got the 3. Right, that's got no guts. We're down to 72% damage on that tractor. So we'll jump in the old. We'll give this a quick wash. To be honest, with 3 days, we should have enough. Now I've got GPS and I've got some stuff. We should have enough time on. Yeah, we should have enough time. It would just be nice this year. This is my third harvest on here. And it'd be nice this year just to run GPS. But it's funny, I've deliberately left the silage trailers on. Because the auger can get underneath these quite easily. So the auger can fit over the top of it. That's all that matters for me. Bit more boosted capacity. Right. We'll start at 9:30 or 9:45, I think. So that should give the ground enough time to. There you go. Boom. That should give the ground enough time to. Right. Nothing in the store. Right. Commence harvest number 3 on here. I remember the one folder. Got enough diesel, enough DEF. Maintenance is good. Be useful if I turned her on, wouldn't it? I am going to change my mind and do that. Is that going to work? Yes, it does. If we can do it, get a bit of extra bang for our buck, then I'm always willing to get some extra cash flow in. Now, I normally will put the trailers on a worker and get them to come to me, but I want to save a bit of money first. So I'm going to try and not use the workers too much, is the plan. Quite relaxing. Like, I'm using the Combine Experience mod. I've got it tuned up a little bit just to make it a little bit faster to get through. Still not unrealistic. We're still running at 6 miles an hour. So it's not exactly too bad. But I thought we'll drop the straw. I thought we'll drop the straw for this time, just to get some more money in through the winter. Plus we can use it for the animals. So, Because this year I kind of want to make as much money as I can. Now I technically should be harvesting with the auger to the outside of me. We actually in... Right, yeah, that's gonna have to go. I tried, but it's right on the line. So that should not be there. I tried. I'm always willing to try and keep stuff in place. Right, and I'm always going to keep an eye on with the first chopper in. We're running high 70s across. Alright, there's been a few interesting things on this map that, yeah. For instance, this is why I've made these. This is why these two fields are going to be the same size as the one to my right, because it just doesn't make sense to have the two small fields. They're just too. They're too small. Like for me, my ideal field is between 2 to 4 hectares. Nothing to see there, chap. Nothing to see there. That did not just happen. Nor did that. So I'm using the new crop textures for canola. And one thing I do notice is the stubble is a lot lower than, I know I am dropping it, but the stubble's a lot lower, and you've actually got a proper crush texture. This is what Bullet Bill's done. You've got a proper crush texture where your wheels have been. I've got to do his barley ones as well at some point. I've forgotten to put that on. Yeah, he's made it more real life. So, yeah, I can't remember how far in I've got to getting them done. Now, I also try when I'm doing the headlands not to run too far into he's incredible. Him and Oxley are both incredible. But also then you've also got a completely different modder, and I'll rate her 100%, Missy B. Now, she tries and she aims to mod for console. That's her whole ethos, is modding for console. So she'll try and bring groundbreaking stuff across. And that's half the reason why I am tempted to go back to Riverside in a couple of probably get another year out of this. Then I might move back to Riverside. It's a map that I had a lot of input in. It is a British map, yep. And we tried to push the boundaries of what we could do with productions. So if you love your productions, like we've got a custom, I can't remember all of them, but we've got like a custom stone crusher that I designed on there. Custom production to make DEF. So we made it with the intention of trying to become very independent. But I'm tempted to try an American map next. Like, if I start over again and start a new series, it will be on American map. And to be honest with you, I could run 2 series. I potentially could run 2 series a week on Twitch. 2 different. Which wouldn't be too difficult. I'm not sure. I'm just drawn to British maps, that's my problem. And the thing is, yeah, okay, I'm not immersed in this map. Like, I'm not drawn to what's around me. And that's why I'm umming and ahhing with Court Farms at the moment. Just from the immersion point of view. It's one of those weird things. Can't stand US maps, fields are stupidly big and square. See, how I would do that is I would run double equipment or something. For me, there's ways around it. So we started the series out. Yeah, that's probably what it is. And what I was going to say about this series is, it's funny. I started off with a Class Dominator combine with like a 4-metre header, and it took like 3 hours to do one field. And I was running a 12,000 litre Marston trailer, and I was running a very old school Hughes Agri or whatever it is, that's like £25,000. But both combines I've had on here have been used. Well, that technically was pulling a bit of headlands, but that works right. And this is why but look at this, I'm still running, and I've really got to turn off that button. Because I use Sim Dashboard a lot, and if I press the wrong button, it skips to the thing. Right. And this is why I've put the extension on. It just works. Now I have put that on just so I know what's going in, so I can keep an eye on the trailer. Right, we got one more. No, we've done the 2, so we going across the field or up the field? We going which way are we going? Better to go that way, wouldn't it? There'll be less turns. Forget about that bit there. Okay. You like the number plates, I don't know if you do this, I try and make the number plates as close to realistic as British as possible. So this one is DN15. So it just made sense, 2015 combine. Right, GPS on. We'll find the line in a minute. So that's 180. Yeah, so do I. I will type the vehicle that I've got used into Google and look on used dealerships. Right, why have I got an offset? Shouldn't have an offset with a combine. Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. we're away. Now we just sit back and relax. And just let it beep at us when we're nearly full. Yeah, pretty much. That's annoying. We ain't got a lorry, but that wouldn't be bad, but it's the wrong... Not for digestate. And hopefully tonight nothing goes wrong and I can actually finish on a reasonable time. Touch wood quick. No, as long as I don't get tempted into modding. I've also noticed that slurry tanker, say it's facing that way, if I click the hose towards the right, it would sit it on the bar and hang it. I had to sort of angle it more towards the hitch of the tractor to actually get it to quick lock. It was like, but yeah, I did some research from Wobster this morning, and he will be bringing an update to get the rest of pumps and hoses to work with it. The thing we're not doing is I've got to check I've got the straw mod on. In theory, as we drive in the straw, it should be picking the straw up. You can tell I've not run the GPS on the combine for a while by messing up the first headland. So I should have done that left-hand headland with GPS. That's better. We're roughly getting about 5.5 tons, give or take. This field still isn't quite running perfectly. I'm not running perfectly square. I'm running I'm running at 1 degree at the moment, so it's not, yeah. I should be running lands. I normally try and run lands when I'm combine, if I remember. Well, how's our precision farming score? Still sitting at 67. So for pH value we're slightly under. Nitrogen was spot on. And weed control, yeah, I'm not even worried about weed control. But yeah, we're still sat at 76%. The environmental. Right, let's put a headland in. Just to make it look a bit more professional. Let's drop a headland in. Whereabouts am I on the GPS? Wasn't far off. So I'm going to try and not use a worker on this game day if I can get away with it. So how many fields we actually got to actually get done? That's that one there, one in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've missed them 2. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. $16 fields we got to harvest. Yeah, plus that big one. So, what have we got of canola? And are all them ready? Nope, so we've still got a couple that aren't ready. So yeah, we got a busy month this month. We normally do it on time, okay, but that's what I'm running 3 days for. Now, I might be tempted to make an exception of the rule and bale damp straw. I don't normally. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, we got plenty of time. The priority is getting our fields done. But I do it in order. So, to replicate the realism of a combine, I don't go from canola to wheat. If I've got to go canola to wheat, I've got to wait half an hour to clean the combine out. And stuff like that. And if I do tractor repairs and stuff, how I do the repairing is I've got to wait half an hour for repairs. But I think as we grow the farm and get more fields, I think it will get to a point where we will need 2 combines. But that's why I'm running 3-day seasons on here. Just so I can get stuff done. That's what we've already paid off. And we've still got, yeah, them two are our biggest ones at the moment. 338, 256 and 205019. Them two are our biggest contracts. What I'm thinking is if we got to go and cart, I will put the time down to half a time. Or real time if I've got a cart. Combining will run at 3, I think. Right, we'll empty at the end of this road. I should have emptied before I started. I'm not used to having to drive the cart myself, but it's fine. I should have done that before because we haven't got enough room to come back down. So yeah. I think what I also plan to do is to get our builds done first. So what we'll do is we'll cut this, then we'll... Or do we do the contracts first? You can tell I'm umming about stuff in my head. But yeah, you're now seeing why I went with the full... And that's the funny thing is, like the silage trailers on here aren't that big. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm just... So that's my normal rule. That's my normal rule. But I am kind of just umming and ahhing at the moment. Right, I don't think... Because I've got an idea. No, I've got to put the mod in. I haven't got it. Yes, I have. They're there. Okay. It's that one that I want. Okay, so what we're going to do is... So what we're going to do is, how many canola have I got on the contract list? We got one. We got one. Okay. So what we're going to do... is we'll do all the canola fields first. So we're going to do all the canola fields first, including that one contract. We're then going to bale these fields. Then we'll move on to the next contracts of ours. I've messed up with that one. Yeah, because we've only got to deliver 13,300. I thought you had more. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've got... What was it? I've got... 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 there to do. 5. 6... Which one? Because the one that the canola on is 35. That can be done in 30 seconds. I done 35 last year with canola and it's a piece of cake. Yeah, it is a small field. 1.68 hectares. I've done most of these fields at least 2-3 times overall with the contracts. But like, imagine these two as 2 individual fields. It makes sense. Oh, I don't own it yet, but the problem is, for grass fields, I've got too many. But so what I plan to do is I plan to have these two. So I plan to rotate 40, 37, 36, 35, 82 as my maize fields. So that will be maize and that will be maize. Because I want to try and keep all my combining stuff down here. So we got enough. You have a few grass fields. Yeah, just about. But if I zoom out, the amount of grass that's on this map is unbelievable. And I've even turned a couple grass fields back to arable. It's like, how many grass fields do you actually need on a map? It's like, come on. That's what I'm running the quick baler for. And the funniest thing was, for realism, I had to Google that just to make sure that it was an actual, mod. Sorry, an actual thing in real life. It's like what I worked out. Budget depending, I will be looking to upgrade to... I will be looking to upgrade to that this year. Farmers put wheat in the fields after grass. Wouldn't surprise me. But the thing is... But that's why you had the... I did have the crop rotation mod on here. But it's just too buggy. The crop rotation mod just doesn't work properly. Like, I've got the Beware of Straw mod on here as well. But I think that's conflicting with something else because it's not... Unless I haven't got it activated. I thought I had that on here. Don't just love it when your GPS just doesn't run in a straight line. Yeah, no, I really missed the rotation planner. I'm kind of having to do it off my mental head. But it will get to a point where I will be writing it down. One day that JCB will turn up. issues with having the fill tray limit on. That is just handy, just so you know where you're at. I do love the comparison. 28 degrees, highs of 31, and rain. It's like, yeah, that's not accurate whatsoever. The other time when it was 20 degrees and snowing. You have to give this game credit sometimes though for it's just complete and utter confusion. Right, so this one I'm not going to drop straw on. The reason I've done this field first was to be able to get into the top field easier. Nope. Never. I think it's a ghost train. But did you like the level crossing I've put in? So I don't know about you, but as a farmer, sometimes driving from A to B in a straight line is easier than driving from A to B to get to C. It's like, I don't know if you've probably worked out, but I try and drive across much of my farmland as possible and not have to go on the roads if I can get away with it. I'll try and drive in it, because when... So this map had, and where we started out was the field over... The field to my left over there was the main yard. So, I was like, right, to get out the back there easier, I'll just put a crossing in there. He's noticed that I like driving in a straight line and not going around the houses. I guess that does cut the corner off a bit. By going... It cuts... Have to go all the way round. If I could do... I am tempted, if I do ever own it, I am tempted to put... Take that... I don't quite know, because these are grass fields. So somehow go across there and across from the cow farm. You come down and then you come that way, or you tie back in with 11. So you come potentially from there across this grass bank and down. Because as a farmer, surely you would do that. Put an entranceway in kind of there. I don't know if it's just me, that's how I look at stuff. But that's kind of why I've deleted stuff that I didn't need. I'm like, I don't need, I'm not, and that's the thing, I think I'll do this on every single map now. I will literally look at the map and go, right, what farms on... And that's the thing, if I'm honest, this is probably the first time that I've actually played a map that isn't a blank map. I've put 500 hours or something on No Man's Land. I'm used to having blank maps and just driving in a straight line to get from A to B. I'm not used to having to go around the houses. Now return, you're right. Now what I want to try and do is I want to try and straighten this out. Put this as a 240. Does that look straight enough? Yeah. Right, another question. I want to see if you're on the same wavelength as me. What do you think I'm going to do? Empty the tractor and trailer up the cow farm with the silo, or go and get the Massey with the other trailer and start filling that one up? Yep. It's funny, I know you're in here all the time. It's funny, the chap that... So, two things. So, I'll explain Enzo. Despite it being damaged, yeah, exactly. I can't afford to repair it at the moment. It's fine, it's still got 30% of life left on it. Don't you just hate it when you press the wrong button? Why have I still got an offset? Why does the combine have an offset? I'm actually going to leave the offset on. Yeah, no, exactly. I've seen that where... Yeah, I've seen that. Also, what else is the class Dominator I was running before this. So for harvest season 1, the class Dominator only had about 4.5, 5,000 litre tank. And literally just before next harvest, this thing turned up. And I was going to let it go. I was like, you know what, I've got to take it. There's no way I can let this disappear. Yeah, trailer is cheaper than a tractor and a worker. But no, what I was going to say is, when this decides to actually try and correct itself. So it's funny, the chap that turned up yesterday asking about mods, I've only seen him twice in my streams in the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, you've got to be in here, lurking, telling me you're around. Showing you can't just pop in and start asking certain questions, and you'll probably agree with me on that one. And then Enzo, he's a lover of Masseys, so I think he's 15 or 16, a lover of Masseys, and yeah, just an interesting character. So a lot of what he says, in my opinion, I let go over the top of my head. But if something offends, I don't know how easily you get offended. Has he told you to repaint it yet? No, don't give him that idea. Do not give him that idea. That would be the end of the farm, I think. So he's basically, every now and again, he came in here the other day and said to me, sell all your tractors, He's known for that. I'm guessing you know him from other streams. He came in the other day and went, sell everything for a Massey. And I basically just turned around to him and went, before you come and say that comment, please ask what's happened in the stream. You haven't been in for the last couple of streams, so please actually... Yeah, from another streamer, right, yeah, makes sense. So, you just take him with a pinch of salt. And the way I'm running this series at the moment with the used equipment is, I'm taking anything that comes my way at the minute. I don't run John Deere much, just because of another modder is sort of got in my head not to run John Deere. But the thing is, it's one of the most used pieces of... Well, I think others are starting to get up there, but John Deere... So I grew up in Hampshire, and in Hampshire you had a John Deere dealership. Whereas round here you don't see too many Deeres. I don't know. But the thing is, as you probably know, a lot of tractors are the same tractor. They've got the same chassis and stuff. But the problem is with running used equipment, I've not got to a point where I'm running certain equipment, so yeah, down when I was in Hampshire down south, there was quite a few John Deere. John Deere was a massive sort of dealership, and there was one where I grew up, and how he did his combines for a while was every single harvest he would have a new combine, or should I say a second-hand combine, that he would swap every year. So we'd lease the combines just for harvest season. But yeah, talking about sheds. So that's Purbeck's own. That's Purbeck's own. That's Purbeck. That's Purbeck. And then these are Missy B's grain sheds. Trying to resemble the UK. And I think it was my idea to help her with I don't know if it was on these, but on some of them we discussed about the support beams. Sort of the little details in the actual mod itself. Have you also seen her other pack that she's got as well? Because they're under shed and silos, so they're technically a silo. So it kind of looks like a typical British shed, but you do have, and I can't get it, I can't zoom in, but you have a silo inside. So I don't quite know how that would work with the realism of one grain per silo. I don't know if that would be like you tip into there. John Deere, New Hollands and Fence. So round it we got a major contracting firm. So we see a lot of brand new JCBs. A couple of Valtras I've seen. A few Deeres I've seen. Yeah, I've seen some Fence. New Hollands. But there's a Massey dealer just up the road from me. See a lot of combines around it. You have a few New Hollands, a couple of Classes, and a few John Deeres. But a lot of stuff around here though gets cut up to biomass. Right, I'm gonna go and get some food in the oven before I forget.
one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Anywhere but here.
Right, I'm on till... what are we in? Is that in the Massey at the moment? Right. Right, I'm on till probably about R5 tonight. Pardon me, tonight. I might do a cheeky little stream. I might do a cheeky little stream on Ark's survival. Because the problem with Ark's survival is doing it on the YouTube. It's similar to there's more background work, just day-to-day jobs on there than there is on here. I don't know if you've ever played it, Cake. No, the other question I was going to ask is 1994 your age, by the way? If you know what I mean. You're a year older than me, bud. How's it feel to be an old man? Only about 3 days from Christmas, mate. Why don't you just go blow it and just celebrate your birthday on Christmas? It makes it much more easier for everyone. Because if I was going to give you money... Because this is what I do. I actually give people cash for Christmas and birthdays now. I don't buy people anything. I just give them, go, there's some cash. Basically. It's easier. And if I was your mate, I'd be going to you, there's your Christmas money, there's your birthday money together. And it'd be your choice. Do you want it on your birthday or do you want it at Christmas? You tell me what you want. Or go to me, I want that. And I'll buy you that. So unless you a sofa hogging young gentleman, love meeting at Carvery's and love meeting at Carvery's and tuning into my stream most days, what do you actually do day to day? And don't tell me you're the Crown Prince of Ali either. I won't believe you if you tell me that you're a Crown Prince. Have you told the government that? Our chair football. So I'm guessing your disability puts you... Now, the question I've got is, do you have a really good sense of humour? Before I go down this road? Before I get taken off air? Good. So I'm guessing you're permanently sat down. And you always have somewhere to sit. I have a muscle wasting condition called limb girdle muscular dystrophy type 2D. Can't walk or lift my arms. Flippin' Nora. Which doctor came up with that? Because they were like, it sounds like the doctor who came up with that going, we need to make this sound, we need to make this sound spectacular, so we'll throw the word trophy in there. Limb girdle muscular dystrophy type 2D. Flippin' heck. I bet it's not, yeah, it's not easy to say it. So have you got the worst type or the best type? If that is such a thing. And to get much out after a gymnastics routine, somersault the lot. Second or third worst. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm guessing that was something you were born with, and it's just, I'm guessing it's one of those that just gets worse as you get older, if that makes sense. I'm lucky. Can still talk, right, okay. I'm guessing it affects everyone. I'm guessing it affects everyone different. So I'm guessing because you can't lift your arms. Yeah, exactly. The older I get, I got weaker. I used to be able to ride a bike when I was younger. Yeah, the thing with my job is I get to see so many different individuals, and when you've got anything to do with your muscles, it's horrible. It's really, really horrible. And yeah, and I think you're in a position where you're in. You knew from a young age it was just going to go like that, but you're hoping instead of doing that, it does that. It's good that at the moment you've still got your hands. With me, seems to be faster. I'm guessing that's why you prefer a gamepad or controller compared to other things, because I'm guessing for you a gamepad is easier than does that make sense? And that's probably why you prefer the Xbox. I was diagnosed at 13, was harder. Yeah, when you're at that age and you're 13. Yeah, I've got a mate of mine through here. If you meet him in Mr. B's Discord, a guy called Raw. I don't know what he's got, but I know he's got a problem with one of his arms and hands, so he can only use sort of one thing. And that's why I had a feeling. Yeah. He can still live a normal life. Okay, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But I think it's stuff like that when you are kind of born with that kind of disabilities. I think it's not easy to take when you're 13, 14, 15, because you're like, because you look at it from a point of view of what's my life going to be like. You struggle to keep a positive outlook on life. Whereas I think as you get older, you learn how to deal with it, how to control it. My motto is it's life. Each day's a new day. I'm lucky compared to people I know are much worse. See, mate, if we had more people with that attitude in this world, we were in a much better place. And it makes me laugh. The government are like, yeah, if you want benefits, we'll try and get you back into work. We'll try and get you back into work, etc. And I'm just thinking about people like yourself going, well, sorry about that. Whereas people like yourself are like, well, I can't work. And yeah, you can. I was like, I can't physically move. And it's like, yeah, there's an absolute uproar. And you've probably had to, I don't know what it's been like for you. I love to work but can't, exactly. To be honest with you, it's the same with I'm lucky with the position I'm in my job that I'm in. But I'm kind of in the position where my job keeps me sane. Yeah, no, exactly. You could just lose yourself. And the thing is, there's like, and I'm Farm Sim, Ark Survival Evolved, stuff like that. The games I play are long-winded. They're not a 5-minute game. Like the hell, I've been on here 2 hours 45 minutes, and I've barely done anything. Yeah, I can do my job with my eyes closed. I can clean windows with my eyes closed. But just sometimes it's nice just to speak to just different individuals. And the thing with me as well, half my upbringing and stuff, I'm probably in a lucky position where I'm surrounded by a lot of different ages. Like my best mate is 60, kind of thing. I've actually got to give him a ring this week. I've not spoken to him for the last few weeks. I've got to give him a ring this week and see how he's doing. I grew up with a lot of different ages around me, and it's amazing what you can learn from different, I wouldn't say generations, but just someone 10, 15 years older than you. And then individuals like yourself that put your shit into perspective, as it were. But I see so many youngsters that put a comment out going, oh, I want friends, but I don't want anyone like 3 years older than me. And I'm just like, this is why you're in. And I think the way I play the game, the way I see it, I don't dwell on it as I can't change it. Yeah, best way to be. The issue I've got at the moment is I need my hands. My setup is so complicated, it's unbelievable. I've got 2 joysticks, a steering wheel, and a shifter. All bolted. You know, on the desk you get the keyboard slider, the joy that goes in and out. I've got half a ton of weight on that slider. I'm waiting for it just to go rump in the middle of the night. Yeah, no, exactly. The thing is, what you'll find as well with friends is, and people don't understand this, there's a difference between acquaintances and friends. You'll know this with your mate. You need another pair of arms you set up. I let you mind, but you got. I'm starting to absolutely love your. I'm glad I'm starting to see your sense of humour coming through. Yeah, let me just try and pull this off quickly and see if I can move. Yeah, so I know you can't see it very well. So I've got that side of me. That shifter that side of me, and then this. So that's a bit of ply I've bought from B&Q that I've stuck down there. That's the shelf that I've relocated. And it's all on the keyboard. The shelf that sits under the desk, the keyboard should go on the slide in and out. It's all sat. I've got so much weight on that, I'm just waiting. No, don't worry, that was going through my head. I am waiting for it to collapse. Because probably one of the most heaviest things, apart from the two joysticks, is I'll tell you about this desk in a minute because you're going to find that hilarious. This shifter I've got on my right weighs a ton. This desk was free on Facebook, and the bloke messaged me going when he got out of the house he broke it. I went, it's free mate, I'll still come grab it because it's wide. It's wider than most desks, but I had to rebuild. I had to literally get brackets, bolts, nuts. I had to literally put it back together. I was like, that's fine mate, it'll be alright. I said, don't worry about it. But again, it's for me, it's the immersive thing. I didn't realise how much a shifter, because the thing is, this game doesn't recognise neutral. So it's actually, I save about 10 seconds per shift, I reckon, by the game not recognising neutral. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like as well. My two outside monitors, that one that side of me is literally a monitor from like the 90s. Like it's got no graphics, no nothing. You can tell how crap it is. That was free off Facebook. It was literally didn't cost me anything. And then that side of me is an old school Dell. That was 20 quid. So I could do with upgrading that monitor, but the thing is, the monitor I can have it portrait, so instead of having it going that way, I've got it going that way, so I can read chat. I don't know if I can flip the Dell. If I can flip the Dell, but what I have is I have chat. So I have chat kind of over in there, and then to the left I have my activity feed, so I can see all of my followers and stuff. Yeah, getting the joysticks was a no-brainer. What I need to do is I need to get a couple more lights for the green screen behind me, just to take out that, because at the moment I'm only running one central light above my head. I have got my fishing lights, but I haven't got turned on at the moment for the green screen behind me. It's funny because of my situation. You're gonna make laugh. I'm in a house share with two other blokes, and I've got a single room with a single bed, but most of my room is taken up by my gaming setup. Yeah. I've barely got enough room to be able to move my chair back to get out from where I'm sat. And the green screen I've got, yeah, I get on with both of them really, really well. I get on well with both of them. Yeah, I split up with the missus a year ago. But it's a problem. House prices down here are so ridiculous. There's no way I can afford rent. Because well, to be honest with you, what I'm paying for this, I probably could rent a house, or should I say, something up the hallway. Like the average, if you wanted like an average 2-bed house down here to rent, you're probably looking at 1,400, 1,500 a month for an average 2-bed house. Yeah, these things happen. It's kind of why I heavily got into my gaming as a distraction. And now I'm kind of splitting my time between my fishing and my gaming. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. And the thing is, I've always said, and I'm sticking my guns on this, don't look, don't hunt, it'll come to you. Just some stuff just isn't meant to be. What music are you into? So again, as I was saying to Enzo last night, it's a problem with Twitch. You gotta have copyright-free music. So a lot of our streamers use Epidemic sounds. And there's the rain. We might be able to get one cut in by the time it comes down. So we probably gotta wait till 6 PM tonight before we can cut. Yeah, the main is 80s and countries. Well, are you into your alternative Christmas songs? I listen to pretty much anything. I'll go for anything from rock, country, metal, pop, you name it. Right, are you into your, what I would say, right, I'm going to send you something, and I want you to have a quick listen, because I was shocked when this came up on Spotify yesterday that he's released it. He's a country artist. There you go. If you want some alternative Christmas music, it caught me by surprise. What is that? So he's a country artist called RSVD or RSV, and if you listen to the words very, very, very closely, it's actually quite a hilarious dirty Christmas song. The first few lyrics. When I first heard it yesterday, I was like, what the hell? And a little insight, if you haven't worked out, he is a black man as well, that makes the lyrics even more funnier. I've probably listened to that like 4 times in the last 24 hours. Also, another artist, if you're into your emotions and your feelings, a bloke called Dax, D-A-X. He's a rapper. Yeah, one of those where you think, did I just hear that right? It's funny. I know I've gone the wrong way. We should have gone straight up. Oh, you can't beat Luke Combs. I don't know what your personal experience is and what your life's brung, but if you've ever had any relationships go shit on you and stuff just goes crap, Alexandra Kay, another country star, I can give you a load that you probably haven't even heard of. If you're into your romantic feeling and stuff, I've got Cooper Allen, who has a mixture of like deep emotional songs but also hilarious funny stuff, and on TikTok him and a guy called Thomas Mack regularly do parodies or drinking songs where they got to try and guess the lyrics, what comes next, or they've got to start drinking. So yeah, I'm kind of into that as well. But yeah, I kind of would I'm kind of saying if I was an American, I would have been born in the sticks. I would have been a redneck probably. That is a realistic question for you. What time are we? 5:30 for bum. Right. Food's nearly ready, so I'll get it out of the oven in a minute. I think I might call that a night for the stream at 3 hours. I might be back on for a cheeky hour tonight, and if I am back on, I've got what I was meant to having last night, so barbecue sticky chicken and chips. But I've gone for, I don't know if you're like me, I don't eat the same food every day. So I'll rotate my main so I'll have chips quite a lot. But every time I go and buy a new bag of chips, I'll always get something different. So today I've gone for skin on beef dripping fat chips is what I've bought. But the thing is, if I'm having a sandwich or something like that, I can carry on the stream. Whereas if I'm eating a cooked food, I'm out for half an hour, and I don't like being on the be right back for 30-35 minutes. Oh, you can't beat stew with dumplings. Here's another question. What do you think of Heinz Big Soup? I love the way me and you are so comparable, it's unbelievable. This is hilarious. Can't stand soup. See, the thing is, if I feel like I don't want to eat or I feel crap, then it's usually the go-to thing for me. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that's quite a common thing with a lot of things, actually. I won't go into details myself, but because of something, I'm a slow... Well, people tell me I'm a slow eater, and the way I word it is I'm not a slow eater, I just enjoy my mouthfuls of food. But yeah, I understand. Right, okay. Only last year then, mate. Right, we'll get this one tipped up. And the reason I'm tipping these up in the silo, and she just went straight out on me. The reason I'm tipping these out in the silo instead of up in the grain bins is I've noticed it's so easy. Can't be in the same room myself, a man I don't know. Right, okay. I can't drive and I can't drive and look at chat. Past experiences can suck. And I'm sorry you had to go through all that shit as well. But no, what I was going to say is I've lost a little bit of crop through it bleeding through the walls. So I've decided with the amount of... Plus also another thing is when we come to dump this and sell it in December, it's easier if it's in the silo. But the problem is with that bottom yard is it just doesn't fit a silo very well in it. So it's worth just driving the extra couple of meters up to the top silo. Something I have noticed about my stream though, yeah, sometimes if it's been raining, I'll put it in a silo as if it's a grain dryer, then move it to a shed. That's not a bad idea. Do you then delete some crop to imitate the grain drying, and also take some money out of the account to imitate grain drying? Yeah, makes sense. What I do is I keep an eye on my time, so at the moment I'm on 3 times. If we've still got a lot to do by the 3rd day, I will whack it down at half the time to get stuff done. Because I do find the timing on the game to be unrealistic. And I hate getting in this gateway. If I'm not paying attention, yeah, there's no way I'm getting in there. Doesn't help I've got a front loader on the tractor. It is far too close, but it's a nice challenge, in a way. Because it is like kind of a realistic tight yard. Could have done with it being literally like that further apart. But that's the thing, I like tight yards for the UK realism point of view, from a realism point of view. So this was Missy B silo that, if I zoom out, I've added 3 silos to the side, which it kind of looks realistic. It's kind of really, I can't believe how well that's worked out. Right, that's me done. And what I was going to say about my viewers, it's interesting, I had a peak jump about 4-5, so an average of 1 a game, but I'm starting to actually get discovered. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and grab some food, because the difference with me is, if I'm streaming, I've got a great tendency, as you found out last night, but last night was slightly different. If I'm streaming and say I also have a raid come in, I will just stay on another 30 minutes to an hour. If I'm not streaming, I can just jump on for 30 minutes, do something quickly and jump back out. Whereas if I'm streaming, I kind of feel compelled to do an hour or 2. But it's not bad, I've done 3 hours today. And the thing is, actually, if I think about it, my work has been, I've not had a what I call quiet week. What I mean is get everything done and be indoors and streaming by 1. It's like today. Today could have gone so much different. The issue is, in hindsight, I should have just took the whole day off, but it was one of those that I was like, I had to attempt it. No, at the moment it's just my regular Windows at the minute. At the moment it's just a lot of regular Windows, but the issue I've got is the issue I've got at the moment is just, yeah, like the day. It was -1 till 12 o'clock. I left here at 1:15, and it was 1 degree. Got to my job and there was 3 together, and it was 0. Yeah, no, exactly. I can work when it's 2-3 degrees, but it's not as cold here as last year. That's what I love about having a phone with photos, because you can get memories and you kind of know what's going on. So it's not as cold as last year at the moment. But I've planned this. So I normally work 3 weeks on, a week off. My last actual week off was nearly about 3 to 3.5 weeks ago. This week coming should have been my week off. But because of winter, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to carry on. So what the plan at the moment is take 2 weeks off for Christmas at the moment. Yeah, it's meant to be going back to the southwest. I follow the weather religiously, so I kind of know what's going on. So it's meant to be turning back to a southwesterly airflow next week and less northeasterlies. But the plan at the moment is 2 weeks off for Christmas, a week fishing, and then I might try and do a couple of long streams. Just try and get some progress on this map. Like I said, unlike when I first got it, like if I just show you, nope, it's that one there. 432 hours and 15 minutes on No Man's Land. When I split out with the missus, I didn't do fishing. I literally was straight on. So I'm a week off. So I used to have 6 days off. And for them 6 days, I would log on at 9 o'clock and I'll stream to 6, 7 p.m. straight through. And I would do 8-hour streams. Get a hell of a lot done. And that No Man's Land is starting from nothing. And I pretty much owned the whole map at the end of it. So yeah. I'm the king of start from scratch and blank maps, but yeah. Right. I'm out. I'll try and catch you at some point tomorrow is the plan. Have a good evening, mate. And I'll catch you on the next one.